Hello everybody. This is a product introduction that I'm extremely proud of and happy about that it finally happened. We've made a power station. We call it the Klarmann Power Station. It's not a battery box anymore because this is a lot larger than your normal battery box. This is housing a 200 amp hour lithium battery. And as you can see, for the footprint the box has, this is tiny. We made sure that the width is very small so it fits next to a fridge slide in the back of a vehicle, which makes this quite versatile for installations. As of the other figures, you can put a 2000 watt Redarc inverter on top. There is a bracket that is an add-on to this box that also fits the 1200 watt Victron inverter, a 1500 watt Redarc inverter and all the other range of the Victron inverters, and also the EnerDrive 2000 watt inverter, should you wish to put something like that on there. It's all options for this box. Then you've got your normal USB charging on the front, you've got an angle socket, you've got a cigarette lighter socket, you've got a Hella Merit socket, you've got 3 gray and 1 red Anderson plug on the front. That should enable you to connect pretty much anything you've got. So this is more like a full-blown battery system rather than just a battery box. That's why we call it our Klarmann Power Station. You've also got another 3 dummy plugs in here. So if you want to add more cigarette lighter sockets or you want to add more USB chargers, you've got the room for it. All you need to do is drop the fascia, that's just 5 screws, and the cables are already on the back. You can plug your extra sockets in there and off you go. In case you have to change a fuse, the fuse holders for the front panel are integrated right in here. And there's one main fuse, a 63 amp fuse for this whole front panel, which also acts as a main on-off switch for everything on the front. You've also got a voltmeter right in here where you can see the voltage of the internal battery. But if you want to monitor it more properly, we put a Victron Smart Shunt in here, which will enable you to monitor the exact state of charge, the voltage of the battery inside. As soon as you got your start battery connected to it on the back, it will also enable you to monitor the voltage of your start battery, time to go before the battery is empty, and also a lot of stats about state of charge, lowest state of charge, a lot more than you actually need to know. On the back here, we've got the Redarc 1240D battery charger, which has got a solar input and a start battery input. You can get a charge harness for this unit, so you can just run the harness from your start battery in the vehicle to the back where you want to have the power station installed, plug it in, and as soon as the engine starts, the charger starts charging up to just over 40 amps into the battery. Engine stops, the charger stops. In case your vehicle has got a smart alternator and you need an ignition trigger for this, on the front we've got this NL5 connector and comes with a plug. You can plug that in there and you can connect that to your ignition feed in the vehicle, and as soon as the ignition turns on, the DC-DC charger on the back turns on. Also, you've got your solar input here. So if you've got solar installed in your vehicle or you use a solar blanket, all you need to do is plug it in here. It's wired through the MPPT regulator in this DC-DC charger and it will start charging the battery. As you can see, your inverter is wired through the back. On the inside here we'll have a mega fuse for the inverter, and then the DC-DC charger fuse is inside as well. The whole housing is made out of 3mm aluminium with black powder coating, as you can see, which makes it extremely sturdy. When you connect your ignition source here, just be aware that when you use the pre-wired NL5 cable, both cables that go in there, the black and the red, are internally connected to the ignition trigger. So it doesn't matter which one you use, but please do not wire it up with positive and negative. All it needs is one ignition trigger. You can use black or red or both, but only one ignition trigger positive signal to go in on either the black or the red or on both cables. Doesn't matter, they both go to the same ignition trigger input for the DC-DC charger internally here. Another thing you get with this as an extra is a mounting tray. So if you want to install that to easily remove it, you can mount this tray in your vehicle. It's got holes for straps. So what you can do is you put that underneath the battery box. It's got the cutout in the back for the Anderson plugs on the back. Sit the battery box inside, put the strap underneath here, around, strap it in. You just want to make sure it can't get out. The edges will make sure it can't move sideways anywhere. And that way it only takes about 30 seconds to install it and another 30 seconds to remove it. Just get rid of the strap, unplug it from the back, and you're done. In case you want to use this power station with the installation in the vehicle, please have a look at the Egan Relay Hub. The Egan Relay Hub will enable you to integrate the vehicle wiring into the power station in a very, very easy way. If it's not on our website yet, hang in there. It might only be a week away and we'll make a video on how you can do that best. Another thing this will enable you to do, because it's a 2000 watt inverter, you can run your coffee machine off it, for example, or your air fryer, or you can run a pressure cooker off it, or your hair dryer, or an induction cooker. All of this is possible because you've got this massive battery capacity of 200 amp hours. And to just demonstrate you guys how well that works, well, I've got the workshop coffee machine here. So let's make a coffee. I'll turn that inverter on. This is the plug from our coffee machine. Like I told you guys, you can monitor what's happening through the app, through the Victron Connect app. So I put that on here. We get a nice big shot of that with the extra camera. And then you guys can see how I'm actually gonna make the coffee. And here, this figure will show you the current coming out of the battery and the wattage underneath it. So let's start up the coffee machine. Cool, so we're drawing about 125 amps there. Coffee machine wants a service. It's not gonna get one right now. That's gonna make coffee for myself. So we can grind the beans. Let's see, coffee. So you can see here now the current draw of the machine. It's getting up to about 125 amps. You can hear the inverter cooling kicking in. Sweet. There's some freshly brewed coffee, but I like it with milk, so we do the milk frother as well. And let's froth the milk. So you can actually take a fair bit of current out of this thing for a long period of time. So that's why an air fryer works easily on it. Sandwich toaster, pretty much anything up to about 1800 watt will quite easily run off that inverter. So we're at about 40 degrees now. Inverter is still pumping. You can see it's a constant 113 amps draw from the battery. Cool thing is we can also see the percentage of the battery here. So far we've used about 1%. We might end up using 2% of the capacity. And that is it. So battery's at 98% now. We let the coffee machine run its self-cleaning cycle. Got nicely frothed milk here. And I've got a coffee. So this power station, as you can see, you'll be able to make about 50 of these. Oh, hold on a sec. Is it right? 50? Yeah. You'll be able to make about 50 of these coffees if you want to, just on one battery charge. Actually, quite good coffee. So you can use this product in the back of your ute. You can use it in a boat, on a deck, in your weekend shack away. wherever you can carry it. It is actually not that heavy. With the inverter and everything, it's just over 30 kilograms. And it pretty much replaces a 2000 watt generator. You can even use this, put it somewhere close to your Caravan, and you can plug your whole Caravan into this thing and run the 240 volt of your Caravan through this inverter with a 10 amp adapter. It will actually work. It might not run your aircon, but all the rest of the 240 volt stuff in your Caravan can be run off this power station, pretty much like it can off a 2000 watt generator. Thank you very much for watching. For more info, you can find a link in the description below. It will get you to our website, perthpro.com.au. There's a lot more info about this power station on our website. Thanks, and see you for the next one.